Happy morning. Okay, immediately make groups of 8.
How many of you know this concept called placebo effect? Placebo.
Science.
No, placebo fundamentally means you should listen to everything your husband says. Okay.
That's good.
अनिल दुकान में आती हूँ आपके जाना
I would have expected a wife to say that also.
that is
Okay.
different.
Placebo effect is one of the most beautiful mysteries which exists in the world. It fundamentally says when your mind starts believing in something, things start happening in your life. Many times people think that their health is not good. They think they have pain in some part of their body and they go to the doctor saying, ये ठीक नहीं है, वो ठीक नहीं है, ऐसा ठीक नहीं है. Doctor does all the tests and realizes बाकी सब ठीक है. You know, then say shoulder दुख रहा है, and when the doctor touches, they say, oh. But afterwards the doctor distracts them, and now the doctor is touching here, वो कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. No. So doctor realizes that this patient's issue is not with the body, it is more with something else which is inside. It's a little on the mind. So doctor simply gives you one prescription and says, ये सुबह 2 गोली खाओ, शाम को 2 गोली खाओ, सुबह वाली गोली खाली पेट खाना, शाम वाला गोली है डिनर के पहले खाना, याद करके खाना, 3 दिन में you will feel better. And they're just sugar pills. But the patient has that, they're thinking because medicine has been taken, my health is becoming better, and they actually start feeling better. So the impact is not of the medicines, but it's about the thinking. Now this is what is called as the placebo effect. Now, sometimes mothers do this with their children. And they say, मम्मी इसको थोड़ा और गर्म करके दो. मम्मी बोला ठीक है 2 मिनट में लाई. Mummy goes inside the kitchen, does something else, comes back with the same thing. ले ये गरम ठीक है? हाँ ये ठीक है. Thank you mummy, you are so good mummy. And mummy says हाँ ठीक है. It's a very beautiful mystery, but placebo effect really works. Shah Rukh Khan does not leave the home without touching the photograph of his mother. Superstition is nothing but placebos. Best of the sports star believe that with that napkin in my kit I will play well. Some families will believe when I see my daughter before going, my day goes off very well. All are placebos. And of course the opposite is also true. मैं अगर छींक खा के गया तो सब मेरा बेड़ा गर्क हो जाएगा. उस मनहूस का मुंह देखा, इसके लिए दिन खराब गया. And the classic Indian one, काली बिल्ली. That is the complete opposite of placebo. I blame somebody for what is going wrong. In placebo, I give credit to something for things becoming better, whether it's a pill or something else. So sometimes I feel when I say, Betu, thoda sound de to, I think Betu just puts her hand inside, does something in the air and brings it out and says, Abhi theek hai? And I say, हाँ अभी ठीक है. And she's saying, oh, placebo effect works on coffee also. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to tell you some stories. And I need you to discuss the possible answers to that story. I'm definitely not going to give you the ending. You will have to think about the ending. And it is not a Bollywood masala story. These are a little philosophical stories, but very interesting stories. Debate, discuss, ideate. But see, as a group, can you come out with whatever the group thinks is your best possible solution. If you are not able to come to one best possible solution, more than one is also absolutely acceptable. One of you may have a phone. On the phone you may be writing down. So here it comes. Now those of you who joined in meditation somewhere around 6:30, I started speaking about a very beautiful concept which I also spoke somewhere around 7:05, 7:10. There is a spiritually evolved soul and people often come to meet him. Now you don't have to write these details. You just have to listen and then ideate on the possible ending. One of those days, a very, very excited, exuberant, naughty group of friends came to meet him. They were very impressed with the Guru, very impressed with the evolved soul. And they asked the evolved soul, can you tell us what has been the stages through which you have grown in the world of spirituality? You look like a very spiritual person. You would have gone through some stages. We would like to know what have been your stages. Just for the sake of knowledge, and maybe we'll also understand we are in stage 1 or -1 or 2 or 3. And who knows, one of us might have actually reached spirituality also. So the master, the Guru, the evolved soul, smiles and says, you tell me what drives you the most in life. And the conversation happens. A true teacher will never give a direct answer. Their answer will always come in the context of the person who is seeking the answer. Everything in life is in context. Nothing exists by itself. While this sounds spiritual, this is the law of relativity of Einstein. Everything is related to something. Nothing exists by itself. Is Pritam far from me? That's relative to the watch. Compared to the watch, he is far from me. But compared to where Gauri is sitting, he is very close to me. So the disciple would ask a question like, tell me, is Pritam sitting far or not? And if the master answers, no, he is close to me, many disciples will misunderstood that answer. And therefore they will judge. झूठ बोलते हैं, गलत बोलते हैं, ऐसा तो होता ही नहीं है. And when the answer is understood in the context, then there is always clarity and there is always wisdom. Always clarity and wisdom. Everything is to be understood in the context. Somebody comes and asks you, should I sleep more? Now, unless you understand the context of this question, you cannot give the right answer. Somebody asks you, should I exercise more? Unless you understand the context, you cannot give the right answer. When I jump into judgments, when I become aggressive, it is because I don't have the intelligence or the smartness to understand the context. Somebody comes late, if I understand the context, I would know they want a longer hug, or should they be told, was late as an nature. Context to something. Similarly, this guy was a true soul, true evolved soul, so he doesn't give a direct answer. He wants to understand the context of these young people. So he says, tell me what drives you in life. One says exam, one says job, one says I like someone and that drives me. One says I would love to complete the dreams of my parents, I don't want to disappoint my parents. And like this, multiple answers come. The master smiles and says, yes, that is one stage of evolution, and that stage of evolution is called action. I prefer action over everything else. Acha, Ankita notes, you can turn a little towards me. This question will take 5-6 minutes more. So the master says, action is one aspect of life. It is definitely one stage of evolution. Right now you are all in the action mode. Because inaction can never lead to evolution. Change is not possible without action, without effort, without momentum. So hence, action is one stage of evolution. The disciples then ask, so is there any other stage also? Master says, of course. Does any one of you experience negative emotions? All of them said yes. We get angry. We get scared before exams. I am insecure. What will happen if my parents die? I sometimes shudder and think, if I have no money, what will I do? I am scared of bad health. What if I fall sick? I don't want to be hospitalized. And one Dukhi Atma in that group also said, since the day my girlfriend left me, everything is meaningless. कुछ करने को दिल नहीं करता है. I don't think I can trust anyone in life. Everybody betrays. Master says, yeah, that is another stage of evolution. Sorrow. They ask, which is higher, action or sorrow? He says, the productivity of life is higher in action, but evolution of spirituality needs a person to go through sorrow. So sorrow is higher in evolution. Action is below. Because in pain, I question everything. If there is no pain, I accept everything. I don't like the taste of a food, I question. अरे यार इधर काय को आया, अरे यार ये काय को ऑर्डर किया, अरे यार इसने ऐसा क्यों बनाया. Unless there is sorrow, I don't question. Unless I question, I don't get deeper answers. If I'm happy with the fan and I don't question, how can I make things a little more comfortable? And the AC is never done. I met this amazing couple in Delhi, Tarun and Tamanna. Brought up in US, Tamanna has always come first in her school. And then these people were about 28, 29. They decided to do something meaningful in their life. So they asked themselves, what is the meaningful that we can do? And both of them decided, let's not jump to any answers. Let's keep searching at least for a year, collect all that possibility exists, and after a year, let's take a decision. They got deeply moved when they heard about a child who had a defective heart. And the child died because money was not there for that operation, and that operation would take about 5.5 lakhs. Because it would be a series of operations. Both Tamanna and Tarun decided to come to India and invest close to 1 crore every year on children who have some heart-related disorders. Every year donate more than 1 crore, and they are not even 30 years old. But all of them, both of them are stars. In the corporate world, in the Wall Street financial world, they are superstars. So they're already earning more than few crores, and they decided 1 crore will give back to the society. They came here, met a few people, met Dr. Trehan, escorts, Delhi, and they started giving this money. They saw a child. They felt sorrow. And through that sorrow, they decided to take a positive remedial action. This is stage 2 of life. Unless I have felt something deep, meaning, purpose, certain direction, nahi milta hai. Now the trick is, in every stage, we can get involved like a whirlpool without coming out. So there are some people जो action में लगे हैं, वो सिर्फ action में लगे. Sometimes they don't even care whether the direction is right or not, but they're involved in action. भाग रहे तो उनकी भाग रुक ही नहीं रही. पैसा कमाना है, पैसा कमाना है, पैसा कमाना है, and health never becomes a priority. Or sometimes the family never becomes a priority because they are too action oriented. They could never come out of it. There are some of us who are in the trap of sorrow. We don't know how to come out of it. Every now and then we slip back to the memories. That is why these are called stages of evolution. इससे बाहर निकलोगे कि इधर ही जकड़ के रह जाओगे. Both possibilities. I've said this once in life lessons earlier, but in this context, you can let go of the past when you have something to look forward to in the future. You cannot let go of the past only like that. You can lift your leg when you know there is another place to keep your leg. You will take off your clothes when you know there is something else to wear. So you can let go of your past when you create something for the future that you want to have. Therefore, the power of your present comes out of the power of your future. When I can visualize a future which is very exciting, in the present I will have power. It is only when I see the future as dark, pata nahi, in the present also, I lose all my energy. So stage number 1, action. Stage number 2, sorrow. Stage number 3, love. Love in this context is about being selfless. When a soldier says, I love my country, they are saying, I can die for my country, which is called the highest sacrifice, death. We have a very beautiful life schooler, his name is Rajesh Patil. Rajesh is a very close friend of Chandrakant Dalvi, who is an IAS officer. When Narendra Modi came into power, he said this country can be run best not by politicians but by IAS officers. IAS officers are trained to run the country. Politicians are not trained in any way whatsoever. उनको इकोनॉमिक्स क्या मालूम, उनको फाइनेंस मैनेजमेंट क्या मालूम. So IAS officers are trained. So if I want to create this country, I need to have the right IAS officers in the right place. So they had about 5 rounds of screening. And ultimately it was 20 IAS officers who were completely non-corrupt, who were very passionate about work and who have produced results every year of their tenure. Which means fundamentally people who say, irrespective of the circumstances, I perform. I'm in a hostile environment, I will perform. I'm in a favorable environment, I will perform. India has a few thousand IAS officers and 20 were selected. One of them being Chandrakant Dalve. And he was called to the center. And they had a meeting. And in the meeting, Narendra Modi asked all of them, for the next 5 years, because I know I will be in power at least for 5 years. For next 5 years, can you forget your family? For next 5 years, can you forget sleep? For next 5 years, can you dedicate yourself to the service of the nation? Nothing else will be important to you but an opportunity to build the country. I am asking 5 years of your life for this country. Can you give it to me? Out of those 20, after this meeting, 10 of them were further selected. In one of these 10 was Chandrakant Dalve, or is Chandrakant Dalve. Now this can only happen when there is love for the country. I am speaking about the IAS officers. So family doesn't get to meet them. Even if his mother comes to Delhi, he says, can't meet you. What time I'll come home? I don't know. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. All of them have beds in their office. 5 साल हमको और किसी चीज के बारे में सोचने का ही नहीं. But this is love. Where I am willing to make the sacrifices required because there is a larger purpose at play. Where I am not thinking about me, but I am giving my life a purpose. This is the third stage of evolution. Where you kind of feel tiredness. Where you don't complain at all. Where there is that sense of joy because वाह कुछ तो कमाल कर रहे हैं मजा आ रहा है. Now that's sort of love. Stage 4 is the stage of silence. Silence. Where you feel the presence of the divine with you. Where you can withdraw yourself, close your eyes, and your mind can drop. Where you feel one with existence. Where you meditate. Where you have this conviction that whatever you wish, you can make it happen. Not because of you, but it is with you. Stage 4. The disciples asked the master, wow. So have you reached stage 4? The master laughs and replies, there is another stage. What could have been the answer of the master? Think. That is what you're supposed to do. In the history of humanity, this might be the largest question for the smallest answer. Think. What do you think could have been the answer of the master? Okay. You must say something. You want to go and become part of 6 groups so that every group has 9?
Yeah.
Do that. Let all the discussion be in fun. Now, I don't want any one of you to say, मैं तो फर्स्ट में ही अभी भी ना आगे तो मेरे को नहीं मालूम. You think, what can it be? Oh, रुमाल रखिएगा तो. 1, 2, 3, 4, यहाँ नहीं हो गया. Purushottam, any group you want, except the group in which Jessica is there. Hanji.
You said 7 stages, so you said 4. So
When did I say 7? You are talking about today's life lesson? Then let me get the context right. I didn't say the number at all. Anyway, for your ready reference, stage number 1, action. Stage number 2, sorrow. Stage number 3, stage number 4, silence. What is stage number 5? What do you think the master replied?
So we have to write?
Discuss. Now don't look at each other and say, किसी को कुछ समझा? सोचना, ऐसे ही सोचना. Okay, anything you do. Okay, I can overhear one group saying stage number 5 is Samadhi. They have read some books on Vedanta, that much I know now.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yes. Okay, the group closest to the door. What's your answer? 8 answers. Wow. Okay, just give it to me. Fatafat. Acha. Cycle. Huh. 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 Huh.
Become peaceful and give up everything you have. All the 4 stages.
Tyag. Okay. Yes, Kunj.
Saying the word is Aham Brahmasmi.
Wow.
Right word.
Correct.
Last stage Aham Brahmasmi.
Aham Brahmasmi. Okay. Kunj is saying in ERP, Aham Brahmasmi. Yes, Paresh, your group.
Okay, so the answers are reaching the stage of nirvana
Oh, बाप रे, बहुत भारी आंसर है.
without thoughtlessness, repetition of the same cycle, and sacrifice.
Sacrifice. Yeah. Okay. Vikas.
Yeah, it was peace,
Peace.
attached detachment,
Hmm.
and ability to let go.
Actually, did I tell you whatever answer you write is not going to be the answer? Did I tell that earlier? Okay. Anu's group. Purushottam.
Moksha, Nirvana, detached rapture.
Okay, I tell you, the final stage is the stage of laughter. Laughter. That's the final stage.
That's the final stage. Laughter. That is why I also gave you clues by laughing every now and then. Final stage is laughter. Come what may, can you laugh through life? If yes, you are a very evolved soul. You cannot have negative emotions and laughter at the same time. Not possible. When you are laughing, how will there be jealousy, hurt, rage, fear? Not possible. Just laugh. A person who has laughter, they will be oriented towards action. They will be able to love effortlessly. Serious people can't love because they are too involved with their own troubles. So love is not possible. जो दुखी इंसान है वो प्यार नहीं कर सकता. उसके लिए खुश होना जरूरी है. So all of us can jump directly to the higher stage, laughter. You don't have to go through action, suffering, You don't have to take Buddha's route. Some of you said, no, Buddhahood. Laughter. Kaisa answer? And some of you are analyzing entire Veda. Bhari ekdam, ekdam bhari answer.
We understood that whatever we are writing is not going to be the answer. Something else.
But if you look into it, that is why somebody doesn't have to be highly educated, doesn't have to go through scriptures for them to actually evolve. All they need to do is decide to be happy in life. And laughter is the proof. Laughter is the proof. You laugh at your own silliness, you laugh at the sense of attachment you have to something which is temporary. Whether it's a pen or a MacBook or a laptop or a car, everybody knows everything is temporary. But look at the attachment. So can I laugh? Then Chinmayananda had a brilliant sense of humor. Brilliant sense of humor. And I admire people who have a sense of humor. Because not only they laugh, they can make others laugh. And in that laughter, you can withdraw yourself from everything which troubles you in life. So Chinmayananda had a brilliant sense of humor. Once somebody came and started complaining to him that the youth are useless, Chinmayananda replied by saying, youth are not useless, they are used less. तुम उनको ढंग का काम देके देखो तो सही, अच्छे से मेंटरशिप करके देखो तो सही, मतलब कमाल कर देंगे. They will produce miracles. They are not useless, they are used less. You don't challenge them enough. So Chinmayananda ji used to give his sermons, and at the end of the sermon, people would gather together for gappa goshti. हाँ, because भाषण तो हो गया, उससे तो जो पुण्य मिलना था मिल गया. वो क्या चल रहा है, आईपीएल कौन जीतेगा, क्या लगता है 23 तारीख को कौन आने वाला है गद्दी में. So like that they would discuss. And Chinmayananda got a little concerned, of course. यार इन लोग काय को ये सब कर रहे हैं. Then one day he asked all of them, What is the last thing that I do when I complete a sermon? Some answers came because some people make simple things very complicated. One person ultimately answered the right answer, which is you end by saying Hari Om, which is what he just said, Hari Om. Chinmayananda said, no, you're misunderstood, I said. I tell all of you, Hari Om. Hari Om. Now look at a way to say, don't waste your time. Super class, isn't it? Therefore, he was an evolved soul who knows how to laugh. Okay, story number 2. First story is big story. Other stories will be small stories. Okay, very, very small stories. I'll tell the story in less than 2 minutes, and I'll give you 3 minutes to find the answer. Okay? ऐसा नहीं है. Who knows? You and me would have read the same book, have gone through the same experiences. Okay, here is the next one. A rich person every morning gets up and prays. Every morning when he gets up, he does his prayers. And in the prayer, he thanks God and stuff like that. It always has, thank you God. One day, he forgets to wake up on time. The devil comes and wakes him up, saying, "Arey, it's time for your prayers." And the rich person is surprised. I'm praying to God, who's supposed to be devil's enemy. How come devil has come to wake me up and say, "Arey, today you might miss your prayers. I don't want you to miss your prayers. Get up, pray." So he asked this question to the devil. तुम क्यों उठा रहे हो मेरे को? तुमको तो खुश होना चाहिए. Because if I don't pray, that is devil's work. If I pray, that is God's work. So why are you waking me up? And the devil said, find out. What do you think the devil said? And only the first question, Teja, was where the answer was kind of different because it was not a serious answer. But now it could be a kind of predictable answer. What do you think the devil said? What do you think the devil said? 3 minutes. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Swapnil, what answer? Your group. Okay, silence please. Harshad, Swapnil. Any answer is good. Huh. Huh. Huh.
The devil will ask him what he said and get back to you.
Okay, that's innovative. Mods. शैतानी भगवान का नाम था. Okay. Yes, darlings.
So one of the answers is that Devil knew it was the last day of his life, so he let him do what he wants to.
Then he prays and then he takes his soul to hell.
Okay. Last day of whose life? Last day of devil's life or last day of the rich man's life? Rich man's life. Okay. Vikas Bhandari.
It was basically a universal prayer where the devils like the prayer, so devil comes to listen to the prayer.
This is evolution. Amazing. Amazing.
The second part of the answer was Hari Om.
Amazing. Muskan. Oh.
He had one more answer that his prayers were powerful that it affected the devil.
So, there is no right answer. I don't have an answer here. Because all these are possibilities, right? It's as simple as that. I mean, somebody can be as pure as हम तो कभी डेविल से मिले ही नहीं, है ना? I have done this with a few people, and every time there are some amazing answers. So, possible answer would also be the devil is saying, because you are praying every day, you have a lot of ego about your prayers. And because you pray, you are actually with me and not with God. Because तुमको घमंड आता है ना, देखो मैं तो रोज प्रे करता हूँ, तुम लोग तो प्रे भी नहीं करते हो, मैं इतने अच्छे से प्रे करता हूँ, तुम लोग तो सोते रहते हो. Pride is one of the biggest vanities of people, right? And it leads to fall. What we call as righteousness, self-righteousness. मैं ये करता है, तुम क्यों नहीं करते हो? I do so much good, I do charity, I donate. You to don't donate only. Many of us are in the trap of doing good and becoming egoistic about it. That is why hospitals will need to have names of people who have donated over there. And the purity of that work goes away with that. You go to a mandir, you go to a dharamshala, and names of people are there. So the purity is gone. Everything is for name, everything is for vanity. Where is purity then? So the devil says, keep doing good so that you are actually with me. Because it creates vanity. Possible? Have you met people जो अच्छा करके बहुत ज़्यादा अपना बखान करते हैं? Now the third part. Okay, so these are two different kind of questions I have given it to you. We have done it. Why did we do this? This is summer holidays. Summer holidays is normally times when families meet, where the children are at home, where cousins come, where we travel to go to somebody's house. When you meet people, one of the things is have discussions which are leading to nothing. And the other is discussions which helps us to ideate. It simply makes us work our brain cells, which makes us think, where there is a lot of laughter, where there is a lot of love, where there is good exchange of thoughts. When we understand for a single point, there can be so many different perspectives. Which means tomorrow in life, if I like something and someone else have a difference of opinion, it's okay. Nobody is against me. There's no need to have a fight. Then it's okay. This summers, think about certain stories like this or anything else and don't have an ending. And don't even want people to say what you have in your mind as an ending. I mean, क्या हो सकता है बोलो ना? Let's just explore and it'll be good fun. Let's do the third exercise, which is going to be the most exciting one actually. But you will explain or you want me to explain?
So from there, can I say from?
Come here.
We'll get video also.
You can stand in front of me.
So some of us have done this, but every time we repeat it again, it becomes very, very exciting. So what we did with this summer camp students is we made them into groups and we told them that you have to depict a working marketplace for us. So there is 8 people. आप एक सब्जी मंडी हम लोग अगर आते हैं तो आप you all are the components of the सब्जी मंडी. सब्जी मंडी में हमको क्या क्या दिखाई देगा, कैसे actions हो रहे हैं. The catch and the most interesting part is यहाँ पे कुछ सुनाई नहीं देना चाहिए. You have to mime it out, and your actions have to be so good that the other should be able to easily tell what's happening. So, for example, you can't take this in your play. So, if a chai wala is there in the corner of the sabzi mandi, every sabzi mandi has a chai wala, and what will be the action that he will be doing? For example, कैसे करेगा? ऐसे चाय करेगा, फिर ऐसे घुमाएगा, किसी को देगा. तो ये सब्जी मंडी का जो सीन है, आपको वो सीन हमको डिपिक्ट करके बताना है. आप कितने नॉवेल चीजें वहाँ पे दिखा सकते हैं, दैट विल शो योर क्रिएटिविटी एंड योर ग्रुप का क्या बोलते हैं, स्पॉन्टेनियस इंटेलिजेंस. लाइक चाय वाला नॉर्मल है, और क्या क्या दिखा सकते हैं. से कांदा बटाटा वाला है, तो वो कांदा ही दे रहा है या बटाटा दे रहा है, हमको कैसे पता चलेगा? So what is the uniqueness of your action? It is very, very beautiful. So we want to see that entire scene. How it will go is if this team is performing, the team will perform, and the other teams will attempt to guess what it is. Now this team's marks is dependent upon how good your action is and how easily the others could identify it also. So then each group will have it like that. And there will be special marks for some very, very difficult acts which you could display very easily, which are not normally, easy चीज नहीं कर रहे हम लोग, थोड़ा सा difficult वाला भी करके दिखा रहे हैं, thinking of the action. So this is the entire scene, a marketplace scene that you have to show to us. When you all are discussing, you all can talk. When you all are displaying, no talking. ठीक है? Any questions or easily understandable? ठीक है. How much time?
I'll answer all those things. Yes, darling. चाय वाला सब्जी बेच रहा है. So, an example is in a marketplace. ठीक है, अभी वहाँ सब्जी बेचने वाला भी है, वहाँ कोई सिर्फ सामान खरीदने आने वाला भी है, वहाँ एक चाय वाला भी है, वहाँ एक प्लास्टिक का दुकान भी हो सकता है, वहाँ एक मिठाई की दुकान भी हो सकती है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. वहाँ सिर्फ एक छुरी साफ करने वाला. Do you guys remember there used to be a guy वो सिर्फ चक्कू को धाता है. I mean, if you go to a market, what do you see? It is not only vendors, right? Okay, all of you listen. So this is one example, a sabji mandi. Now one team can show a bus stand. One of you can show an airport. One of you can show a normal municipal ground, and on that ground some people have gathered in the morning. One of you can see the race course. One of you can show a mall. The idea is the group chooses a scenario, and in the group, people who are a part of that scenario will do some acting, and the acting should ideally show us a profession. कुछ खरीदी, कुछ बिक्री, वो होना जरूरी है. So the whole crux is it should show a profession. ठीक है? So none of you can become an audience. चलो क्रिकेट खेलेंगे, 2 जन खेल रहे हैं, हम लोग सब ऑडियंस. Unless in the world there is something called professional audience. कि हमारा केबीसी चल रहा है, तो केबीसी में एक अमिताभ और एक हॉट सीट में बैठा है, बाकी सब हम लोग पीछे बैठे थे ताली बजा रहे. So that cannot happen. It has to show commerce. It has to show buying, selling. It has to show some action, interaction which is happening. Okay? How much time do you think you need for this? 5 minutes? Because everybody has to do different actions. Remember this. You can't have 4 people selling bhaji. Everybody different actions. You have 10 minutes. First, decide the scenario. I have to nominate one team to come first. And all others can start guessing what they are doing. Okay? So you will raise your hands, I will identify you, then you guess what they are doing. Okay? Team, come first. और चेयर चाहिए? अरे वो चेयर पास करो, चेयर. और एक चेयर चाहिए, बस हो गया. एक और. हाँ.
हमारे सेंटर में गिराकी ज्यादा है.
हाँ. ओहो. एक और चेयर दूं? Okay, your time starts in 10 seconds. Okay, 10, 9. Okay, all of you. देख के भाई. अच्छा, sorry. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Who wants to guess what they are doing? Arshad?
Shaving shop, shaving
You will raise your hands, I'll identify you. Shaving shop, okay. Who is doing what? Okay, shaving shop I understood. Who is doing what? Iris? Barber shop. Now, who is doing what? So, 2 people are cutting the hair. What are the other people doing? ये झाड़ू लग रहा है. Looks like an experienced man. And what is he doing over there? Krishna is cleaning. And what is this fellow doing? Taking selfies of himself. Waiting customer. She is taking appointments. And he is doing massage. Anybody here wants massage? Okay, thank you very much. Next, come. Okay, your time starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. ये क्या हो रहा है? Anybody would like to guess? Who would like to guess? Raise your hands. Hospital. Okay. Anybody else? Railway station. Bus station. Railway station. अच्छा, कौन क्या कर रहा है बताओ मेरे को. What is this amazing hardworking lady doing? Begging. Okay. And what is this fellow doing? Pani puri. No pani puri. Cancel. Who? Ice golas? Are you selling ice gola? Okay, done. And what are they doing? What is this lady doing behind? What is she doing? Juice, chai, सब wrong. थोड़ा और कोशिश कर. हाँ, ध्यान से देखो. कोई ऐसे जूस में नारियल पानी. Okay, done. And what is she doing? ये चाय ऐसे बनाता है. कौन है? लाइफ में कभी चाय नहीं बनाया उसने. सेलिंग फ्लावर्स. कौन बोला चाय बना रहा था? And what is she doing? Hafta! Oh! And what was she doing? Oh, she was eating. अच्छा ठीक है. सही है. Good show, good show, good show. Wow. Okay. Jasmeet and team, come on.
Let's see.
If anybody can guess at any given point of time, I'll ask, okay? I'll ask who's doing what. Oh, what is he doing? He's the owner or the cashier? Raise your hands. Owner? Owner कम cashier. इनका budget थोड़ा कम है. Okay. What is she doing? Wait, see what she's doing first.
I have to start still doing.
Yes, she's still preparing. You're already guessing. Wait. Huh? Pani puri? Are you selling pani puri? Okay. Are you eating pani puri? Huh. And what is this fellow doing? Aya, what is he doing? अरे रुक जाओ, आइसक्रीम नो. देखो क्या कर रहा है. मिठाई 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 बेच रहे, पान बेच रहे, मिठाई बेच रहे, पान. She, of course. What is she doing? What are you selling?
Packing. Chivda and everything.
So she's selling everything is in the counter. Whatever you want, she's selling. Chivdas. What is she doing? Jalebi. What is he doing? He's the hamal in the shop, yeah? Okay, good one, guys! I had never imagined Swapnil will act like an hamal. Huh? Okay, Rupesh's group. You guys want chairs? These are enough. Okay, your time starts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. तो पूरा फर्नीचर रीअरेंज हो गया. अरे रुक जा भाई. अच्छा, all of you know what Harshad is doing. हर्षद ने जो भी कलेक्ट किया वो मेरा कप है, मेरे को मिलेगा. Okay, what? Okay, हर्षद हो गया. What is this happening? भविष्यवाणी. भविष्य अच्छा है. बहुत भाग्यवान है, शादी इतनी अच्छी हुई है. What is happening over here? He is the evolved soul, na? 5th level. It would have been so beautiful if we had a laughing dog. What is he doing? अच्छा, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. Okay, what is he doing? Spiritual books. वाह, कौन सा है वो? No breaking point. Okay. What is he doing? Pandit. And what is that fellow doing over there? सबका जूता निकाल के रख रहा है. Hey, good one, boys and girls. आ जाओ. हर्षद, कितना कलेक्शन? No, this is a different mandir. Your time starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. अरे रुक जा बे. अच्छा, what is he doing, Rajiv? Train. Okay. And what is she doing? Ticketing. Oh, who she? Travel. And who is he? अजी ये कूली है. अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा. अच्छा, I thought her friend has come. She's saying, please help. Coolie. I have never seen any coolie being done for 2 purses. नहीं, कुछ को थोड़ा देर करने दे, बाद में आता हूँ. What is Kunj doing? Have you ever seen such a happy beggar? And what is this fellow doing? Pocket mar. बाप रे, dangerous है. And what is Rajita doing? अभी आएगा. अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा. Okay. What is she doing? Bhel na? So Suki bhel or something like that. And आजा, चलो. कौन कहाँ कैसे? अच्छा, Modes is TT. Okay. And Rajita is a passenger. हाँ? Beggar is telling तू वहाँ जाके बेचना. Okay, good work done, guys.
Somebody say Modi uncle nice acting.
Okay, good one. Boys and girls. Okay. Did you enjoy it? Yes. Good fun? Yes. Let's summarize today's session. I've decided every month, one Sunday we'll have like this. We'll do something different. Psychology says, unless I break my routine, my intelligence doesn't get developed. So development of intelligence is all about breaking routines. And the way they explain it is saying that every time I do something new or different, the neurons fire over here and it creates a pathway. The more number of new things I do, the stronger and the bigger becomes the pathway. So it's not in accumulating knowledge, but it is in accumulating experiences that somebody becomes wise. I can have all the scriptures of the world inside my head in memory. Compared to that, 1 minute of laughter, all the scriptures may not make me peaceful, but 1 minute of laughter might. So knowledge is nice because it shows us the direction. But knowledge can never be substituted for action. Hence, at least one Sunday every month, let's do these kind of things, which is not our normal routine kind of a life. Do it a little differently and see what happens. So most of you did it the way it was supposed to be done. A few of you did it a little different compared to how we explained, but then that just shows the gap in communication. Like we said, showed different professions. Some of us showed different businesses. So what we meant was, in a single scene, show multiple professions. What was shown was, in a profession, different roles that are played. है ना? तो थोड़ा वो चीज अलग हो गया. But that is absolutely okay. Because all of us did things which we don't do in our routine, day-to-day, regular life. And irrespective of the kind of role you play, you will feel better for yourself. You will feel a little nicer today. कुछ तो अलग किया है, कुछ तो हटके किया है. So once every month, let's do something which is a little crazy, a little cranky, a little different. Because along with knowledge, if we can have these experiences, there is a different depth to our personality. And this new depth in our personality unveils certain aspects of ourselves which otherwise stays hidden. Life becomes boring, we become vulnerable, we become sad very fast, angry very fast, when there is a typical productive life. But new experiences and life changes. So let's summarize what you picked up out of today's life lesson. And with that, let's complete today's life lesson. What do you think made sense to you today, or what do you think was wisdom for you today? What are you going to take back after today's life lesson? Kunj?
Laughter is the ultimate stage of evolution.
Absolutely. Especially when things go wrong, it's a test. Because Hinduism says everything is Maya, which means nothing is real. When I have sorrow, I'm thinking this is how things will remain forever. And at this feeling of mine, this fear of mine, if I can laugh, and that is when you realize, okay, you evolved a little. Things are bad, अच्छा हो जाएगा. Can I laugh? Beautiful it is, really beautiful it is. Teja? Evaluation, nahi, evolution. Okay, I know exam seasons are there and results marks are there. So evaluation is what is running through our head. Action is the beginning of evolution. And then in silence, there is no action. But the beginning is action. Then you reach a stage where even if you don't act, it works for you.
To let go something in the past, plan things in the future.
Plan a very dynamic, exciting future. Then you can let go of the past. Dynamic and exciting future. Dynamic means मजा आएगा, अपना जो potential है उसमें कुछ तो भी कमाल करेंगे. Exciting means the whole journey is filled with discoveries, friendships, learnings. So when there is this dynamism and there is fun, you have a future which is very, very attractive. When there is something attractive in front of you, you don't care about the past. Take a small example, like you love a coffee mug. You really like it, and other coffee mugs are not so beautiful. And let's say you are a lover of maths and science, and that coffee mug breaks. And you have sorrow. मेरा favorite था, मेरा good luck था, etc., etc. And at that point of time, somebody comes from US and he brings for you a cup from NASA. And in that cup, there are some beautiful equations which are engraved. And this is for you from NASA. Now, you are seeing it in their hand that this is for you. Now, you won't say, छोड़ जाने देना. But मेरा वो टूट गया है, मेरे को उसी के बारे में सोचने का. Will you? You say, अच्छा हो गया, टूट गया यार, नया ना मैं आज से यूज करेगा. Or even at that point of time, somebody calls from US and says, you know what, I have picked up this cup for you, I am coming to India after 8 days and I'll give it to you. Now for 8 days, there's life of excitement. Now you don't cry. Now this is where a human life either slips to its worst or it comes out to its best. Whatever happens, don't give up on dreams. If you want, replace one dream with the other. That is okay. Because sometimes what you want does not happen. But your mind should always have some dreams. Let's say, for example, I'm dreaming of going to Europe for my holidays. नहीं हो रहा है किसी वजह से, टाइम नहीं सेट हो रहा है, टिकट नहीं मिल रहा है, पासपोर्ट एक्सपायर होने वाला है. There can be multiple reasons. Now, can I replace it with another dream? When that dream is not possible and I keep a gap, that's when we fall back to the past. जो भी मैं सोचता हूं नहीं होता है, अगली बार से तो मेरे को सोचना ही नहीं है. And you intensify the sorrow more. You don't come out of it. The moment you replace it with something exciting, so let's go on a road trip for 10 days. We'll stay every night in a different city. Every day we will drive for 300 kilometers. बहुत मजा आएगा. We will be like gypsies. चलो करके देखते हैं एक बार कैसा होता है रोड पे. आज तक नहीं किया है, पता नहीं कैसा होगा. करेंगे तो ही तो मालूम पड़ेगा. करते हैं ना. Now you have a dream now. Then you might say, अच्छा हुआ यार वो अपना पासपोर्ट एक्सपायर हो रहा था, अच्छा हुआ यार वो नहीं हुआ, वो खर्चा भी ज्यादा होता था, इसमें कम खर्चे में काम भी. The moment you have another dream, that energy is always there. So a very simple trick in life, even if 100 of your dreams are broken and not becoming real, be smart and have some exciting, powerful dreams. Never keep this vacant with no dream. Always have something that you look forward to.
Life has a plasma effect. How we take it up, it's in our thinking pattern. And both the stories what you told had a very different ending. So the second story, that everybody's answer was right, because it depends on the situation. And by breaking the routine of the life lesson, that was also very nice, understandable in the group. And communication plays such an important role when we are not able to convince that this act or enact will look good. But I'm thinking to do this with the school before the school ends. We have that last week. So I think I'll be able to do it grade 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Let me see how it turns out. In that way, I think I'll be able the children to learn communication and to do teamwork. So that next year when the kids come, I'm already mentally ready and the kids are also ready.
Yeah. So it's called the placebo effect. P-L-A-C-E, place, and then you write B-O, placebo. Bo. B-O, not W. End में W नहीं.
Laughter as well. Happiness, joy, laughter, the same thing. Or these are state. This is action. Laughter is an action, but happiness is a state.
Okay. So first let me explain something. Silence is something which all the religions in the world speak quite a lot about. Meditation, being one, is again something that people speak about. But I can't be in silence 24/7. मैं कितना देर मेडिटेट करेगा? फिर आँख खोल के. Happiness is something which is personal, which I feel within. In a very simple way, if I have to define happiness, it is zero resistance to anything that is happening. 100% acceptance to anything that is happening. Now that state is bliss, joy, happiness. Different words meaning the same. Laughter is happiness which is made visible. Happiness is laughter which is hidden. I am sitting and I am very happy. It won't affect you. But when I am laughing, it will affect you. Have you seen somebody cracking a joke and before cracking a joke this time, अरे सुनना, बहुत अच्छा joke है, सुनना यार, अरे सुन तो सही. Now see, I am just laughing and it is already having an effect. So laughter is transference of happiness. Happiness is something very personal. अंदर है, मेरे को फायदा है, दुनिया को कोई फायदा नहीं. So every now and then crack jokes. Even if it is PJs, it is okay. Even if somebody says, "Eesh, eesh, eesh," but they'll still be happy. The eesh is not a miserable eesh. It's an happy eesh. Which is nice. You know, every day when me and Joe come together to office, that's my job. To make her listen to her, eesh, not that face. Exactly that face. But can you see that happy eesh? Huh? That's what I'm talking about. So I am a lover of laughter. Because बांटते हैं सब साथ में और अपना तो कुछ कम नहीं होता है. दो लोग साथ में हंस रहे हैं तो और मजा आता है. And always remember this, whenever you crack a joke, it's for your own happiness. You're not cracking a joke to make somebody else happy. So even if they don't understand your joke, which half the time happens with me, it's okay. I'm happy to say the joke. If there is laughter, fair enough. So laughter is happiness visible, and laughter is happiness which is shared. Otherwise, happiness is something very personal. To make the world a better place, our happiness also must be shared. Because when we are sad, sorrowful, we share it. Suno na. Even if the other person is in a hurry, I will share with someone. I can't even share with you. Suno na. Hardly anybody comes and says, I'm so happy, I want to share my happiness with you. So that's why laughter. That's true evolution. That sage was truly evolved. Anything else that you can think of, Teja?
Question yourself. Question will take you to the creation or some investigation.
Absolutely.
You can question without those questions.
Absolutely.
Question yourself.
Absolutely.
That process is very.
So that's why this story method, na, what could have been said? And imagination runs wild. And that is where animals and human beings are different. Na? Only human beings can imagine. And if we are the only creatures who can imagine, let's use this properly. I think we had a very, very beautiful life lesson today. Thank you for coming. Love you so much.